Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to bring you guys another character review, but this time it's for one of the new characters. I wasn't going to do one of my oldies or one of my goodies. I want to bring you somebody new, and I want to bring you guys Gwenpool. A lot of people have asked about this character, along with a couple of other of the new characters, like obviously Squirrel Girl and Machine Gun Kelly, also known as Songbird. But I wanted to do Gwenpool because, of course, my Gwenpool is the highest level of all the new characters that I have. I spent a mega rank up ticket on her, and I have been playing around with her for a little bit, so I feel like it's a good time to do a character review to let you guys know which one is the best. Obviously, in the previous video, I said that Gwenpool was probably the one to invest a mega rank up ticket, and so now I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to take you through the ropes, through the game modes with her, and show you guys how it's done. So of course, guys, let's start with the preview. Just like we talked about in the previous video, her skills are great. She's got iframes, she's got AoE, and it all looks really snazzy and great. Okay, so her 1-star skill, it's pretty simple. She spins and does a shot there. It does just, you know, decent damage, whatever. 2-star skill is the one that's more interesting, because on top of having the penetration, it's got the movement, and I'll show you guys during Proxima's fight a little bit later why that's useful. And if you guys check out videos where Gwenpool fights Thanos, you'll see that she just spins around his lasers, just like I said, and it's awesome, and it works, which is great. Just kind of like Elsa. She's kind of like Elsa, except she's got better iframes, because Elsa doesn't have. 3-star skill is pretty straightforward. She just jumps back and throws some bombs. The animation, though, takes too long, so it's not really a skill you can rely on against world bosses and stuff like that. 5-star skill is really great. She whizzes around, and then she does a lot of DPS up there. This is really good for clearing mobs and stuff in Alliance Battle for Speed Day, which is today, boys. And then, of course, the bread and butter is the 6-star skill. This is a long-ass iframe. As soon as you press it, the iframe almost immediately it starts. You can get hit as she's throwing the katanas, but then once she starts throwing them, it's on like Donkey Kong. All right, that shit's whizzing around like I don't even know what. So that's really cool. Those are her moves. A preferred skill rotation is something like 6 into immediately 5, or kind of reposition yourself and then 5, and then if you need to, you do 2 to kind of get yourself readjusted, but then you go back in. 1 and 3 just take too long, and the animations are too vulnerable for Gwenpool to really be taken advantage of. Even though she's got the healing, guys, she's pretty squishy for a speed character, so it's something you need to be aware of. She's not invincible, and that's kind of the kind of trap you can fall into, I think, with Gwenpool, is because she's always healing. You think, oh, I'm good, I'll just get the health back, but it comes back so slowly that you know, you get slapped around a couple more times and suddenly she's in the red, and then she gets one-shotted. So it's definitely something that you need to micromanage a lot more than usual, and it's not something you can rely on like Iron Fist's invincibility proc or Tier 2 Moon Knight's heal proc. It's not, or Camilla Khan. It's not like that at all. For her gears, real quick, guys, I got the physical attack or all attack on the first slot. I got the all defense on the second. I got the HP on the third, and I just went with skill cooldown on the fourth. She's got the penetration, so I don't know if she needs more penetration, if you know what I'm saying, with the defense penetration. But I've said penetration enough, so let's put on some jimmies. As for the obelisk, guys, I wanted to go with something that had recovery rate as well as another proc. I was hoping either for a damage proc, because speed characters are notoriously low DPS overall, or an invincibility proc. So I got the invincibility proc. I got pretty lucky, actually. This obelisk is quite dope as fuck. The snare resist, whatever. You can't have it all. You know, RNG just only shines so bright on us gifted folks. So it's 75%. With 75%, and my cards and my alliance and shit, you're gonna see it heals for about 350 per tick, which is not bad. I think the highest you can go if you gear everything to recovery is like maybe 800 or 600, so it's not that bad. I did not go with the recovery ISO set because I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's really synergizes well with the character. It does synergize with the obelisk, but the problem with Gwenpool is that you could play really well and not get hit, and you could just regain all of that health back naturally because of her passive. But if you have a healing ISO set, you're going to play a little bit more aggressively. You might die more often because it doesn't proc when you need it to, and it can proc when you're near maximum health anyways, and then it's just going to be useless, and then it's going to be on cooldown when you could need it later. The DPS means that she'll kill things faster, and if something's dead, it can't hurt you, so that's the ultimate defense, right? There you guys have it for the obelisks and stuff. Of course, you could go with I Am Also Groot as the ISO set, and then maybe try to get like a half recovery, half crit rate obelisk or something like that. There's a couple of different things you can do with Gwenpool. She's quite flexible, if you know what I'm saying, boys. But this is just what I went with, having only owned the character, you know, since launch of her as a character. So let's get into it, boys. I left the villain siege up. I want to do this one first just out of hilarity. Obviously, she's not going to be able to kill him. I'm just going to go one-on-one. But I want to see if I can last the full 2 minutes to show some of her survivability, especially with that 6-star skill. It's really cool. So here we go. He just stands around and takes this like a punk. And then it gives us some time to get that in. And as you can see, when we do that, it just gives us a lot of time. We don't want to get hit by these lasers, so... And you can see there's like a little bit of a stun on the 5-star. Obviously not for world bosses, but for all these regular chumps. Oh, okay, a little bit of trouble there. Okay, it even proc the thing. We got lower than 40%, which is not good. Okay, a little bit more trouble. That's okay. Just got unlucky with the lasers. As you guys can see, the damage is not so great. But at least there with the 5-star, it's good because she just goes up and down. She doesn't reposition herself, which is also bad if you do bad positioning, as I just did. So we're going to rest here for a second, let these lasers do their thing. That's a lot of lasers. Whoa, I'm getting wrecked with these lasers, guys. But you guys can see the iframe is really good, really solid. And I'm out. So... the damage is not bad. I did about 300,000, just a little bit less than 300,000 in a minute, so I could probably get him down to about a third. That's not tier 2. From what I hear, Gwenpool has a really good damage boost when she gets to tier 2. Keep in mind that was just Gwenpool with her mastery, so she could have done a lot more damage with a physical attacking leadership, which is what I'm going to show you now. We're going to go with this team, and why don't we just give her some extra juice with the Wolfman. That's actually his real name, guys. His real name is Wolfman. If you didn't know that, you got to get good. And then we're not gonna go with Proxima, but I want to be funny, and I'm gonna pick Groot and Camilla. I want to see if we bump up the recovery a little bit, if it helps. I could pick Shirag and do more damage, but it really doesn't matter. Definitely, I can say, even if I can't clear it, guys, that tier 1 maxed out Gwenpool can clear most world bosses. She can't clear like Black Dwarf, obviously, and she'd probably have a pretty tough time against Thanos unless you have like really dope ass strikers. But she's not bad at all, and you guys can see if you play her well, she really puts you in a good position to do well. And she has a lot of iframes. We're gonna double down on the 5. Oh, the 5-star didn't trigger. I was trying to do the 5-star again there. Alright, so we're already into phase 2. That was a lot of damage that we just did there, which is really nice. I was trying not to get hit by that. That was kind of dumb. You got to do a little bit of repositioning with Gwenpool. You can't just go all ham sandwich like you do with Shirag. So keep that in mind, guys. You do need to be a little bit more. I need to get up. All right, that was a failure. Let's try this one more time because I'm pretty sure I can get it. And you guys would love to see me rage on this one, although I wouldn't. I even forgot to do the werewolf buff. My bad. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. Gwenpool's just got me so, you know, bent out of shape. She's a really cool character, though. I just am not used to having the character bounce around so much. So let's get back into it, guys. Here we go. Get the buff. Let's go to Happy Town. So as you can see, guys, when she jumps up there, she does the iframe, and what's really nice about her 6-star skill is that it freezes the world boss in place. As you guys can see, they just stand there and they take it. they just take it, if you know what I'm saying. They're just like, oh, presents? You shouldn't have. Well, unless they're already knee deep in an animation, they don't. But in the case of that one, she does. And I just dodged a major attack from Proxima. So let's get this 6-star back up again. Boom, kaboom, lots of damage. If you just bounce around and then go back in with the 6-star, it's a super safe way to play her. So that's probably what I would recommend for new players. It's, you know, it's really, really easy. It doesn't take a lot of skill. As you guys know, I don't really do well with skill-based gameplay. So, oh, I just canceled my own 5-star. That was smart. So, yeah, I think we got it here, guys. Proxima's really easy. I'm not gonna lie and try to, like, you know, pretend that this is a really difficult fight and that I'm like pro or whatever. My obelisk does do a lot of damage for me as well. But there we go, guys. Just over a minute. Her damage is great. I was only buffed for part of the fight, but with the leadership, her damage is quite good. A lot of multi-hit skills. So crit rate is really, really good because it really cranks up her damage because so many of her skills hit so many times. And it also really helps that her 6-star skill even like pins the world boss. So it's almost like she disappears, like with Thanos's Infinity Balls. When he rains those down from hell, it kind of freezes the enemy animations, and they kind of just wait there and they take it up right on the chin. So it's that's really, really cool. I didn't notice that my first couple of times, but I did notice that now when we did it, and I'm glad that we did because I think it's an added bonus. I'm sorry, guys, I fucked up. I did not leave any timeline battles to show you. From my experience, they changed timeline battle recently, actually, which might be the subject of another video, but they kind of tweaked the AI so it's a lot better. And Gwenpool opens with her 6-star skill, which can be difficult to dodge if you're not really careful. So she seems like she's a pretty formidable character in timeline. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So guys, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.